Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Bruce Dickey. We appreciate you tuning in to whichever the shows you are tuning in here to on Wabash Catch TV, whether it's sports, whether it's maybe a baseball game, a basketball game, who knows, whatever you're wanting to tune into. We appreciate you doing it, and we appreciate you having a good time watching Wabash Catch TV. What is going on here on this beautiful, well, maybe not that beautiful Friday, April 4th, is we're in kind of a bit of a rain spell. Hopefully everybody's roof is holding up to the wind and stuff. But what are some things going on here this weekend? I'll tell you a few things going on. Again, happy Friday, April 4th to you today. What is going on today? Here in Clay County, and over, I know, in Marion County, because we had them on the show earlier this week, it is Wear Blue Day. Wear Blue Day. This is the Clay County Health Department and the Marion County Health Department. I know the Amy Center are all encouraging folks to wear blue on Friday. Now, I'm not wearing blue right now. I'm wearing black, but, I wore blue the other day. And I've turned my porch light blue. This is in recognition and support for National Child Abuse Prevention Month. I had Aaron Smith here on the show the other day, Jessica Palazzolo. That's it. Palazzolo on here, along with Miranda from down at the Amy Center, and we had a wonderful chat. Hope you had a chance to watch it as they are creating a new awareness over in Marion County, certainly, and all over to try to help prevent child abuse. It's a wonderful thing. So wear blue today if you haven't gotten dressed yet, or if you have a chance to change into something. Blue Day. What else going on today? Tonight and tomorrow night at the Salem Community High School, the Salem Community High School Theater at the Salem Theater and Cultural Center there on downtown Salem. It will be Beetlejuice. The Salem Community High School Theater Department will present it. For adults, it's $10 to get in, and children are $8. It's a 7 o'clock each night. The doors will probably open about 6 or so. The ghost with the most invite you to witness an unforgettable night of blood pumping action at the Salem Community Theater. That's a wonderful environment, wonderful venue they have over there in Salem, and you really should take the opportunity to go whenever you get a chance. They do a great job. What else going on here on this Friday night? I always enjoy this. I mention it, I think, if I don't mention it every Friday, I mention it often. This is unbelievable. The VFW up in Effingham have their auxiliary meal each Friday. The VFW auxiliary located at 2304 South Veterans Drive in Effingham. They're having a meal tonight from 5 to 6:30. It will consist of fish or oven-fried chicken tonight, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetable, dessert, coffee and tea, and or lemonade. How much would you think you'd pay? This is the unbelievable part. In this day and age, you're paying just $8. $8 for the VFW auxiliary meal, and you know those folks know how to cook it. It's just outstanding. If you want more information, give a call to Chuck Myers. Chuck is in charge. Charles in charge over there at the VFW. That'll be at 217-217-343-8313. What else going on this Friday? Anything else on Friday? Sure. A couple other things here on Friday. The Jacob Coons Experience will be up at Village Wine. Village Wine and Spirits near the interstate there in Effingham, just north of the interstate, as I recall. You can come in there and join them at it's the Jacob Coons Experience for a fantastic and enjoyable night of live music. Again, starts about 8 p.m. tonight at Village Wine. Looking for something else maybe to do in the Effingham area? Ladies and gentlemen, it is music bingo. Music bingo. Music bingo. Amy has this will be at Tuscan Hills Winery. Amy has assembled an incredible library of music and created a game where Name That Tune and Bingo collide. It's so fascinating. To me, you can't go wrong. Bingo's fun. Name That Tune's fun. They collide here. Gather your friends for a night of great music and fun. There are prizes for each game as well as a big prize for the final game. Each ticket will include a drink from the bar. Doors will open at 6 o'clock. Games start at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $15 per person. Doors open at 6 and the games start at 7 p.m. They hope to see you there. How about Saturday? Few things going on Saturday. Are you looking for something to do this weekend? Maybe the rain. I was going to say maybe it'll slack off a little bit Saturday, but really it's not supposed to slack off for a little while, but we'll see how it works out. Slack off maybe Monday. Benefit over in Clay City at the Clay City Community Building. Going to be a benefit and auction to benefit Richard Young at the Clay City Community Building on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. The menu is pulled pork, corn, baked beans, green beans, as well as dessert and drink. It's all $8. Children 5 and under are free. Go twice. Starting at 10 a.m., go until 7. Go for lunch and dinner. Silent auction will be at 4 o'clock. All donations will be appreciated. If you want more information, give Ron Hildebrand a call. He's at 388-0298, or Richard Young himself at 572-3460. What else going on? I guess it's the time for benefits, folks, as at the Flora VFW tonight, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., there's going to be a benefit for Bryson McKinney. I saw a notice for that earlier today. Bryson McKinney on Saturday at the Flora V. There will be a meal from 11 o'clock until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, as well as a silent auction, a live auction, raffles, a 50-50 drawing. Also going to be live music from Jake Perry, 7 o'clock to 11 p.m., $5 cover charge. It all goes to help a young lad who's dealing with some difficulties again, Bryson McKinney, and it's the benefit at the Flora VFW on Saturday. How about over in Mount Erie? What are you doing in Mount Erie on Saturday? Need your breakfast, don't you? We've talked about all these benefits. You got to get the day started with breakfast. That's just how you start the day. At the Mount Erie Ruritan Building at 6 a.m. until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The Ruritan Club Community Breakfast set for Saturday. $8 an adult, $4 for children 10 and under. Biscuits, sausage gravy, pancakes, hash browns, eggs, juice, coffee will be served. I'm guessing it's all you can eat or something. It's got to be a fine meal. You know those Ruritans know how to cook. They do a great job. $8. You can get you can't get can you even get a dozen eggs for that? Maybe a few more than a dozen, but not that many more. $8, what a deal. Go over there to the Mount Airy Ruritan Club community breakfast, and they'll take care of you all day long. Over in Jeff, they are having a toy tractor show. The Jeff Ruritan Club Toy Tractor Show. It'll be from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. on Saturday. Vendors will be on hand to show off tractors as well as farm machinery and other inventory. Now, this is a toy tractor thing. This isn't the big ones. These are the little ones. Items will be for sale. Free admission to the public. The Jeff Ruritans will be serving sandwiches, chips, cookies, and drink. You know the Jeff. I have it on good authority. I talked to a state representative. He says the Jeff Ruritans food is the best in his district. I was totally surprised, but not that much. It's wonderful. What else going on Saturday? Up in West Salem, just north of Bone Gap and Browns area, they're going to have the West Salem Fire Department having their annual pork chop dinner, the annual pork chop dinner at 4 o'clock at the West Salem Fire Department. They will have, serving begins at 4 p.m. Eat in or carry out. You'll be able to take it home and eat in front of the TV or do whatever you want to do. Serving, like I said, begins at 4 p.m. The menu will consist of a barbecued pork chop, yum, a baked potato, baked beans, slaw, bread, dessert, and drink, cost by donation. Handicap parking will be available. This is just a wonderful, wonderful program they do, and all the funds go to help with equipment purchases for the West Salem Fire Department. They do a wonderful job. How about on Saturday night at Tuscan Hills? Now, on Friday night, you had music bingo, right? Well, Saturday night, the Effingham County Humane Society is hosting their annual trivia night. It's $150 per team, up to 6 players per team, 5:30 to 10 o'clock. Now, they're opening the doors at 5:30. I think the first game's at 7. Tease your brain, win cash prizes, and help shelter animals. That's the important thing. You're welcome to bring in your own snacks or decorate your table. Bake sale items and drinks will also be available for purchase. For registration and further information, you can just email the shelter. Get a hold of them at 4PAWS. That's 4, the number 4, PAWS, 4PAWS, at EffinghamCountyHumaneSociety.org. EffinghamCountyHumaneSociety.org. 4PAWS at EffinghamCountyHumaneSociety.org. Just go to the Effingham County Humane Society.org website. They'll have more information for you anyway. What else going on here on April 4th? Ladies and gentlemen, this being April 4th, 4/4, it's Jeep 4x4 Day. Launches us into an adventure. Celebrate the excitement of discovery while venturing out into the open air. Fresh air and warmer temperatures lure everybody outside, and what better way to experience the thrill of an excursion than in a Jeep 4x4? Whether it's up rocky slopes or through muddy trails, Jeep vehicles let you take the adventure to a whole new level. Crossing creeks, turning valleys, maneuvering through rocky terrain. I don't believe the dog is included. That's a good-looking Jeep. Here's a good-looking Jeep, too. How to observe Jeep Day. Get into your 4x4 and get out there. Plan a 4x4 trip. Whether it's just for a day or maybe for an entire tour, find one that fits your lifestyle. Share your experiences with other friends. That's the other thing. Oh, by the way, I never even mentioned the whole show is the Take the Point show today. That's the other thing about Jeep trips. It's an entire community. You see Jeep people wave at each other on the street. When Jeep people, I've had various Jeeps for over 28 years. And whenever you see other Jeep people, you wave at them. That's what Jeep people do. You might see them put duckies on each other's cars. It's Jeep folks are a community. It's a lot of fun. This is a nice thing to do here on 4x4 Day. Little bit early in the year around here, unless you really want to get into the mud. I got some friends who I've seen them with their Jeeps. I didn't know what color even the roof was. They had been in so much mud. What was the first Jeep? The Willys. The Willys Overland produced the first Jeep prototype called a Quad in 1940. The U.S. Army had requested a light reconnaissance vehicle in anticipation of World War II. They knew it was coming. They built a Jeep to get ready for it. When did it first become available to commercially in the late 40s, the CJ2A was marketed to farmers. The first folks they figured, well, actually, they probably didn't start marketing it to non-farmers until probably about the 1980s or something like that. What else is going on here on April 4th, ladies and gentlemen? National Chicken Cordon Bleu. Cordon Bleu Day celebrates a blue ribbon dish that combines chicken, ham, and cheese. The French term cordon bleu translates to blue ribbon. This dish is a take on the popular veal cordon bleu. It's a flattened chicken breast that's wrapped around ham or sometimes prosciutto. If you see it wrapped around prosciutto. If you're in a restaurant and you see it wrapped around prosciutto rather than ham, get it. It's really great around prosciutto. But that looks like ham in that picture. Canadian bacon potentially too. The cheese is Swiss or Gruyere. Toothpicks hold it together before being dipped in an egg wash and breaded. The earliest recipe is from March 1964 in the Cincinnati Enquirer. It is, even though it has the French name, it is a quintessentially American dish. The chicken cordon bleu developed in Cincinnati by Cincinnati gourmet Stanley Demos. Despite some misconceptions, it is an American dish. He mentions in his column that he got the idea to try chicken instead of veal just to be different, and it has been popular ever since. What are some other things? How do you flatten the chicken for chicken cordon bleu? Well, have you ever seen that tenderizing chicken mallet? You just bang the tar out, doing. Bang the tar out of the chicken, and it'll flatten quicker than anything. Meat tenderizer, whatever. Can it be the main dish? Of course, it's the main dish. It's a good day for food. Even though actually, it's a good day for all around with the Jeep Day on 4x4. 4x4, April 4th also, Cordon Bleu Day. Since I handled 2 days, we're going to handle 2 days now too. This is also April 5th I'm covering. This is just about my favorite meal. Ladies and gentlemen, April 5th is National Deep Dish Pizza Day. This gives pizza lovers a day to celebrate one of America's favorite varieties of pizza. Whether dine-in, delivered, or take-out homemade, deep dish pizza satisfies pizza lovers all across the country. This day focuses on the deep crust that holds the amazing amount of sauce and toppings. Like other styles of pizza, the deep dish menu offers a variety of combinations. That's basically Chicago-style pizza right there that you're looking at there. It's got the meat. It's got the sauce, the tomato sauce on top of the cheese as well as under the cheese. And you can also find sometimes the meat on top of the cheese there as well. Good. What's your favorite? What's your favorite deep dish pizza? Where's your favorite deep dish pizza? I've been to Giordano's in Chicago. It's really, really good. I've been on Rush Street. That's really good. I got to tell you, I'll throw out the Joe's guys. The Joe's in Albany and the Joe's in Mount Vernon both do the deep dish. Joe's in Effingham, I'm sure, does too. Their deep dish is as good as anybody's. It's a good when it's well prepared. It is good. It is filling. You're not going to eat more than 2 pieces. That's for sure. If you get a large, because it's outstanding. So there you go. Just that'll start your. If you're watching this in the afternoon, hopefully you've already eaten lunch because that'll get you going. It's getting me going right now. What do you want to watch on television, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight, barring rain. The Altamont Indians will be at Florida this afternoon at 4:30. That's right here on Wabash Catch TV, channel 100. Also tonight, Major League this afternoon, it's opening day again. The teams that were on the road last week, for the most part, are celebrating opening day today. That's cool. And you get to see 2 opening days. For instance, the Cardinals will be in Boston. Opening day in Boston at 1:10 this afternoon. That'll be on FanDuel, channel 370. It is Eric Fetty pitching against Walker Buehler. Remember, Walker Buehler was a Dodger. Now he's a Red Sox. At 12:10 today, the White Sox are in Detroit. Jonathan Cannon versus Jack Flaherty, former Cardinal Jack Flaherty. That's on Chicago Sports Network, channel 353. The Cubs, where are they today? They are playing this afternoon as well. It's the home opener in Chicago. San Diego Padres at Chicago at 1:20 today. Randy Vasquez versus Shota Imanaga. NBA basketball tonight. The Trailblazers are with the Bulls on CSN Plus. That's channel 354. That's because the Hawks are playing the Capitals on 353. That's at 6 p.m. That's at 6 p.m. in the NHL. Also, the Utah Jazz are at Indiana. That is on FanDuel channel 370. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Take the Points edition. We're going to talk high school baseball. We're going to talk college basketball, pro basketball, hockey. We're going to have some fun. Stick around. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Cats TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
I lost my turkey a second ago. It fell off the wall. I'm just looking at the camera to make sure that it looks good. Our good friend Aaron Cummins provided that turkey as back a few years ago. I love it. It is a nice, very nice, adornment on the wall. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. As let's talk a little bit about baseball first. Pardon me. You can tell from my voice that I've been doing baseball this week. And you say, well, Bruce, you do basketball and stuff all year long, football, volleyball, baseball. Why is your voice taking a beating right now? I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, maples are popping, and my body doesn't much care for that. But also other trees and stuff are popping. But I blame South Central. I blame South Central and Altamont. They played in about 40, 45 degree weather on, what was it, Monday or Tuesday night last week? And they played 10 innings, over 3 hours on Monday night, and in like 15-mile-an-hour wind, and it was just cold, and a person's voice can only take so much. So I'm trying to arrest it. Now, that's the thing. This week, we had cancellations on Wednesday. We're having cancellations on Thursday. We're probably going to have cancellations today. We do have a game scheduled, Altamont at Flora, but I can't imagine with the Noah's level of rain that they're talking about over this weekend that anybody will be playing tonight. Next week, hopefully. The reason I'm telling you all that is to tell you this. One of the things when I first started working up in this area after having worked in Fairfield my entire life, I was intrigued and surprised about how crazy everybody is up here for baseball, and that it tells because you have state championships all over the place here in North Clay, South Central, St. Anthony. The baseball is crazy. Baseball is just crazy. Everybody loves it. Everybody watches it. It's a lot of fun. You want to see it on TV? We will show you. Let's see. I'm looking at it here. We've got those games and all those games over the course of about a month and a half. Maybe 2 months, not quite 2 months. And you will say, Bruce, that's cool. Where do I find that schedule? Where do I go? Well, you can always find us at Facebook at Catch TV Live Broadcasting, but I don't think the schedule's there. You can also find us at Wabash Catch TV on YouTube or Wabash Catch TV West for Salem games, but the schedule isn't there either. The schedule, you go to the Wabash website, wabash.net. You know where that is. And you see up in the upper, as you're looking at your screen, you'll see it in I'm doing it the wrong way, aren't I? You'll see it in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, upper left-hand corner. It says Catch TV. Click on Catch TV, and then these pictures will come up. Well, look at those guys. That's nice. They're having a good time watching their Wabash. They're having a heck of a time watching Wabash. They're watching me and doing baseball. That is so cool. Hit that Catch TV, and here comes the calendar. So you look at that, you think, oh my heavens, there's so many different games to choose from. That's the whole calendar for April, and it'll go down into May as well. How am I supposed to find out who's playing when? All I can see there is half the team name, Bruce. Click on one of those times. You see outside of with every one of those little bullet points. You click that, and for instance, on Monday the 7th at 4:30, Dietrich is coming to Flora. The first team listed here is the home team in the game. For instance, like this afternoon on Friday, April 4th, you see it is you've got 4:30 baseball, Flora. That's Flora versus Altamont if you would click on that. So just click on that, and it'll tell you exactly who's playing when. Over the course, I'm just going to give you the course of the next week or so. We have a ton of great baseball to show you here. Hopefully it dries up in time for Monday, but we'll see. It's Dietrich at Flora on Monday. You see there on Tuesday, there's 2 games. That is Robinson at North Clay is the second one there. Robinson at North Clay, and Oblong is at Dietrich. That's the one I'll be attending and broadcasting from, because that's the other cool thing. Josh and Roy do those North Clay games. Josh loves it, does a great job, and of course North Clay they love Josh because he's a basketball coach and they have a good team. So then that's on Tuesday. On Wednesday, only one game. Sisney hosts Fairfield. I'll be at that game on Wednesday afternoon, the 9th. All these games start at 4:30 for the most part. That was the strange thing. Had one start at 4:45 the other day, just for no good reason. Who knows why? I don't know why. Again, and then on Thursday, the 10th, it is Salem hosting Breeze Central, and Fairfield is hosting Edwards County. Edwards County's got a great team this year. Fairfield's got a pretty good team as well. That's the other thing. Right now in this area, there are a ton of really good baseball teams. Flora's got a good team. It's very competitive right now as baseball goes. You might have noticed in the basketball season, maybe you thought that it wasn't as competitive as it should have been. Or maybe the kids couldn't shoot. Kids could hit. Kids can hit and pitch in this area right now. They're doing a wonderful job. Again, that's Thursday. Fairfield hosting Edwards County and Salem hosting Breeze Central. And then on Friday, I'll be, it'll be Josh and Roy at North Clay. Only one game on Friday. Lawrenceville coming to town to take on the Cardinals in Louisville. So that's how you do it. You go to wabash.net. Wabash.net. Click up there at the top on the Catch TV button right there. You see on the very left-hand corner up there at the top. Click on that button, and then by golly, you'll see the big calendar that will tell you who is playing when, and you'll never miss another game. You can also just look at your guide if that's easier for you, but if you want to see the whole schedule all laid out at once, that's the way to go about it. We're going to come back. Let's talk about the Final Four. College basketball ends this weekend. Oh, time just flies, doesn't it? We'll be back right after these on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, or Take the Points edition. Back in a second.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
It still looks pretty good, doesn't it? Got a little shine to it. That was the thing I was thinking about whenever I had looked at this one. Well, that camera shot, no, I guess. Yeah, that camera shot. Is there too much shine? What do you think, folks, on my Hall of Famers photo? There's only one person living on that one right now. That's Ozzie Smith. That's too bad. But yeah, that is a place of honor. But it might have a little bit too much shine. Yeah, that's good. That's probably a little bit too much shine. Oh well, just checking. Just always looking to get the opinions of folks. Again, you can always find us on do the show on YouTube, and that's fun. You ready for college basketball to end? College basketball is done on Monday night. It's actually been, I think it's been a pretty well played tournament. It's been a lot of fun to watch, but folks, in the NCAA tournament, if you're watching it, they want the underdogs. Folks want the underdogs, and this was about as chalky a tournament as you've ever seen. So you say, Bruce, where's the term chalk come from? Well, chalk it's developed from the bracket systems. Whenever people would see the bracket, they would just chalk out. Like Kansas would, the Rock Chalk Jayhawks, but that's not where it comes from. They would chalk the winners all the way out, just to see that's why you get to chalk. You would chalk Duke, say, into the Final Four. I'm going chalk because that's how it's set up to work. If it's not chalk, it's underdogs winning. You learn something new every day, don't you? I think that's right. First game on Saturday afternoon features the Florida Gators taking on Auburn. This ought to be just a dandy. 2.5 point favorite, 2.5 point spread. Florida is the favorite, and the reason probably for that is Florida knocked off Auburn at Auburn earlier this season. These two teams have played this year, and Florida beat Auburn by 10 points, 9 points. And but when you look at these two teams, boy, oh boy, they really have about as close. It's really about as close a matchup as you would hope to see. For instance, taking a look at some of their stats, Florida, the two teams are identical in three-point defense at 29%. They give up 29% three-point defense. Florida a little bit better at defending the two, but not much, only half a percentage. And while Florida's a little bit better, Florida is only half a percentage point better at shooting twos, and Auburn is 0.4% better at shooting threes. Side by side, these two teams just match up just about perfectly. One of the other reasons that, Auburn had kind of a down game against Florida whenever Florida beat them in Auburn back in January. Auburn, they were only 14 out of 23 from the free throw line. You got to do better than 60%. You got to do better than 60% if you're going to win in the SEC against the top 5 team. They were also 15 for 30 at the rim. You're going to have to do better than that at the rim. So Auburn, a little bit of a down game that game. Personally, and I mean, the folks that I'm reading here are saying Florida their estimated score. They use fractions on their estimated score. So their estimated score is Florida 80.1 and Auburn 79.8. You know what that means? With Florida having a 2.5 point favorite, that may be high. You might want to think about Auburn getting the points. You might want Auburn getting the points, and that's one of the things. Actually, and I'll give you my opinion since it's worth a lot less than what you're actually paying Wabash to see this. If you're paying anything, if you're on YouTube, it's worth about that. Personally, I think Auburn wins because John I. Broome has been injured. He's got a rough elbow. He's not practicing a ton this week. He'll be ready for Friday night or for Saturday night. John I. Broome for Auburn is really, really good, and I think Bruce Pearl is too smart a coach to go as long as he has without getting some kind of credit for it. He is so smart. I hate him so much. I mean, the level, I'm an Illinois fan, so the level of hatred for, even though he and Jimmy Collins made up, I probably won't get over it. I should drop grudges. But yeah, I think that Bruce Pearl is due the way that bad things happen to good people, the way the good things happen to bad people. Good things happen to bad people. I think Auburn is due to get in the final again. So yeah, I would take Auburn at the 2.5. That's for certain what I would do. How about the other one, Houston and Duke? As of this writing, it was Houston +5. The interesting thing about these, well, I'll show you that in a minute. Let's talk about this game first. Houston and Duke. Houston is the number 1 defensive team in the country. Duke's in the top 5. Duke's in the top 5 offensively and defensively. Houston is number 1 defensively. Both teams play slow. The thing to look at here, you might consider that over/under total points at 137. That might be a little bit high, depending on how this game goes. Duke is by far the betting favorite here, but Duke is playing very well right now, and Houston just had a close game. They've had a couple of close shaves in the tournament so far. They both dominated in the Elite Eight, but the Cougars had a close win on Friday night, as I recall. Yeah, they didn't. They both dominated, won by 20 points in the Elite Eight. Houston happens to have the Cooper Flagg is the best player in the country. He's the best player in the country. He plays for Duke, so you think, well, yeah, you got to go with the team that has the best player. The thing is, Houston's got 5 guys who are really good. I mean, I'll show you the most. Well, here's the most outstanding player award. Cooper Flagg at 120 is the only Duke player on it. Duke is +110 to win the whole tournament. Cooper Flagg is +120 to be MOP. That means there's nobody else on that Duke team that anybody thinks has a chance to win the most outstanding player. And then Walter Clayton Jr. is from Florida. John I. Broom we've talked about. LJ Cryer is really good, along with Emmanuel Sharp. The Houston players are really, really good. There's more of them. Emmanuel Sharp, Milos Uzan is on that list as well. There's 3 out of the 6 players on the 3 out of the 7 players on this list are Houston players, and I'll go ahead. I'm picking Houston. I'm picking Houston to win. I'm not picking Houston to cover. I'm picking Houston to win. I haven't made the bet yet, but I'm going to make the bet tomorrow anyway, because I'm waiting to get a better number than +205. I think Houston defeats Duke, and you've got a good coach. You got a good coach on both sides. But you have a coach with Final Four experience. This will be the 3rd Final Four for Kelvin Sampson for Houston. And John Shire, he's only been 3 years as a head coach. Now, granted, he played and coached. He's won a title as a player, and he's also coached he's won titles as an assistant coach, a title as an assistant coach. But I just like Houston. Here's an interesting thing to take a look at. How is the nation betting? Look at that handle. That's DraftKings. 78% of the handle. that means the money. 78% of the money is being bet on Florida in that Auburn game. Look at that Duke number, even at -5.5. 78% of the money is on Duke. And that's at DraftKings. It's even more pronounced at Circa. Circa's just one, it's a small shop, but 94% of the money going on Duke. I'm a contrarian. I've always been a contrarian. help me or hurt me. That's just the way I go. That's my bag, baby. If I was to bet something here, I probably, since I'm picking Houston, I'm probably going to go, well, there's three of them to pick from. You got LJ Cryer and Uzan and Sharp all getting pretty similar money. What am I going to do? I'll probably go with Cryer. But that's the thing. You got Tugler also playing for Houston. Houston is a really, really good team, and I just don't think gamblers are giving them their due against Duke. I don't understand it. I think it ought to be a closer number than 5. My handicappers tell me it's like a 3-point number. I think it's Houston's turn. They've never won one. Let's hope they can beat Bruce Pearl. Please beat Bruce Pearl, somebody. Somebody please beat Bruce Pearl. We'll be back here on, let's talk a little bit of hockey and NBA when we return. You're watching Big Talk, back in a sec.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, as we're talking all kinds of fun stuff today. Let's talk a little bit about, all right, we're going to a hockey game this weekend. Me and the wife and a bunch of other folks I know, we're going to have a lot of fun. So if you've never been to a hockey game, it's difficult to describe. And of course, Lynn and I have talked about, Lynn will be here next week too. Lynn Wells and I have talked about, he's not a big, he didn't get it. And that's fine. In person and on TV, I can understand nobody getting excited about hockey. A little too much on TV. Playoffs are good, clean fun. The tension is roiling. It is tremendous. But in a live setting, you don't realize how fast these guys are. First of all, on television, in a live setting, if you're within 50, 60 feet of the ice, which would be about 10 or 15, 20 rows back. It's the speed these guys are going, and the hits they take is just crazy. And then you think, well, Bruce, I can't see the puck. What's the point? Oh, you can see the puck. You get used to it. You got to pay attention. but it's a lot of fun. And man, when somebody scores, there are few enough scores that when somebody scores, it's a big deal, and everybody has a lot of fun. It's such a good time. But I say that all to say this: the NHL season is just about wrapped up. Here's what the East looks like right now. You see that GP, that means games played. The regular season in National Hockey League is 82 games, as I recall. So, and then what they count to the playoffs are those points over there. Out here in the West, nobody's really out yet. Nobody is out of the playoffs because all the teams in last place are still relatively close enough to the teams that would be in the playoffs. They take the top three in each division and then the next two. So right now it would be 79 points to 69 points with 5. You can pick up 2 points a game. The Bruins are not out of it. Everybody still with a chance to make the playoffs. And the Buffalo Sabres have won 7 out of their last 10 games. So that kind of gives you an idea. Nobody has really decided anything. Nobody's running away with anything. How about in the West? Let's find the West. There it is. I made sure I got the full screen on here because take a look in that far right now. I'm shooting this on Wednesday afternoon. So look at that far right-hand column. The winning streak for the St. Louis Blues. 10 wins in a row. How about that? They have picked up 20 points in 10 games, gone from 69 points to 89 points. They are now in the top wild card spot. They are in the top spot ahead of the Wild. They could still stumble. The Flames still have a chance, but the Flames have been kind of stumbling toward the end. You see their minus 25 goal differential there. Their last 10, 5-4 for the Flames. So everybody's trying to stay up, but the Blues going 10-0 in the last 10 games have just really shaken up the world, basically, when it comes to hockey. So that'll set up the playoffs. If the season ended today, the playoffs would feature the Lightning playing the Panthers with the Maple Leafs playing the Canadiens. And on the other side, you'd have the Hurricanes playing the Devils, and then you'd have the Capitals, who are in the lead and have already clinched. The Capitals would play the Capitals would play the Canadiens. The Leafs would play the Senators. So that's how that would go on the east side. On the west, if things ended today, you see Winnipeg and Dallas have already clinched their spots, as has Vegas. And also there's teams eliminated here. The Blackhawks stink on ice. They are battling for the number 1 pick with San Jose. It's going to be a tight race to the end, see who can lose more games to get the best chance at the number 1 pick, I guess. Right now, if it ended, the Winnipeg Jets would be playing the Wild, the Stars would be playing the Avalanche, and the Blues would be playing the Golden Knights. The Kings would be playing the Oilers if it ended today out west. But that's the other thing. There's still 8 games to go. 7 games to go. 7 games to go, I believe. 8 games to go. So, yes, Blues only have 6 games to go. So it's fun. That's just good, clean fun. You got to get to a hockey game sometime. It really is an impressive sport. So fast. Taking a look at this, the Florida Panthers still the number 1 bet. That's the thing about hockey. Even though Florida is third in their division, they're still the number 1 bet of the favorites to win the cup. The Oilers have fallen down to 900. You say, Bruce, why are the Oilers were the number 1 for quite some time? Why are they doing falling down to 900? They're not winning their division anymore, for one thing, because, their best player got hurt. The best player in hockey got hurt. So the question is, Bruce, when is Connor McDavid coming back to play for the Edmonton Oilers? anytime. They may be just letting Connor McDavid sit out now as they fall back into a third place. They're going to be in the playoffs. The Oilers are really good. They've got maybe the two best players in the game. I mean, Connor McDavid and Evan Draisaitl. I can't say his name. It's a hockey. You can't say names. They're kind of tough to say. But playoffs are coming up, and that's good. How about basketball? Y'all watching basketball? Did you watch basketball on Tuesday night when Jokic out in Denver got 61 points and Steph Curry I think got 59 or something like that. What a night! And I think the Warriors end up losing or something that game. So yeah, huge night for the big stars. Here's what the East looks like. Two winners already. The Y means they've already clinched their division, and because there's three divisions, and they'll be number one. Cleveland will be the number one seed. You say, Bruce, what's that 7 to 10 thing? Well, that's the play-in tournament. The Bulls have clinched a play-in spot, as the Raptors have been eliminated. The Bulls just kind of have to figure out who they're going to play. How that works, the 9 and the 10 play each other, and the 7 and the 8 play each other. The loser of the 9 and 10 game is done. The winner gets to play the loser of the 7 and 8 game, and the loser of that game is done. That's how you cut it down to 8. So you see the Cavaliers at 60 and 15. Even though you see that, the Celtics are still the top bet by far. They're the defending champions. They're the top bet by far in the East. How about the West? Oklahoma City is having a historic season, ladies and gentlemen. They've played 75 games, and they play 81 in 73 and 9. Yeah, they play 82 also. They play 82 in the NBA, and look at that. They have a chance to get to 70 wins. They got to win their last 7. They've already won. They've won their last 10. Oklahoma City just playing outstanding basketball. The Lakers and Warriors and Grizzlies are trying to stay out of that play-in tournament, where the Kings and Mavericks and Clippers and T-Wolves will be. The T-Wolves, they won that game against Golden State last night, even though Curry had, or on Tuesday night, even though Curry had all those points. So Oklahoma City has already clinched the number one spot, both in the conference and the league. That's why you see them here at plus 150 to win the championship. Who do you like with all these big numbers? I mean, it's too small a number for either the Celtics or the Thunder, and the Cavs at 4.5. It depends when Jalen Brunson gets healthy. Will he be back to help the Knicks at 30 to 1? They need him back. The Lakers are playing really well. Lakers and Nuggets at 16 to 1. Those are pretty good bets. The thing is, looking at this, each of those two teams are going to be trying to avoid the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if they win their division, they'll avoid them. But Oklahoma City is a juggernaut, and you just don't want to play the juggernauts in the first or second round. So the 4 team will play the Thunder. How about that? A big roundup of the sports this week. By the way, I didn't even talk about baseball. As I'm shooting this, Cardinals are 4-2, heading to Boston on Friday. And congratulations to Ivan Herrera. He pulled a crazy Ivan on Wednesday. He hit 3 home runs. Cardinals have been playing baseball for 140 years. No catcher had ever hit 3 home runs in a game for the Cardinals before Wednesday. No catcher ever. 140 years of baseball. He hit 2 of them in the Big Mac land. That's just good, clean fun right there, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your weekend. Stay dry. Keep your powder dry. And we'll see you next week and next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Go out, have yourself a great weekend, and have yourself a great day. See you later.